Hi, how are you? How was your holiday? How was Thanksgiving? Some of us celebrated, some of us didn't. Most of us spent time with family if we could, and friends. And it's a little crazy. Thanksgiving is a little crazy. It's a lot of food, there's a lot of people around, a lot of stuff going on. The food is not easy to prepare. And then you sit down and you eat too much. And you get a little bit full. And you get a little bit crazy. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, because right now we're going into a little bit of a crazy season. The kids are going to make Advent wreaths this week for Sunday school. So we're going to talk about getting ready for it. So maybe that's what we need to talk about a little bit, is the craziness that's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. I know for me, when it gets like this, I wake up in the middle of the night and start thinking. Or I get up, when I wake up early and I'm not ready to get out of bed yet, I start thinking. Am I going to have time to do the shopping? Am I going to have time to make the food? What kind of food am I going to make? Who's going to come? If I don't invite somebody, they're going to be upset. Over and over and over and over in my head. So that's why I was thinking, is this how we're supposed to celebrate? Is this what it's about? Now here's the thing. If it's about family, then you want your family to have what they want. For Thanksgiving, that they had the food that they wanted, to be able to be there with you, to be able to eat everything they wanted to eat, to be able to spend the time with everyone. If it's about Christmas, you want your family to be happy with what they have and what they get and the celebration. So sometimes that crazy thinking is because I want people to be happy. You know, the crazy thinking, I can come up with, I looked it up on how to deal with stuff that's stuck in your head. Pay attention to what you're thinking and be aware of what's going on so you can find a solution. In other words, everything that's pulsing through your head, bring it to the forefront. Think about it, talk about it, come up with a way to deal with it. And one of the ways you can do that is by bringing up stuff that we know from the Bible, the things that we can learn from the Bible. Psalm 139, 23 through 24. God, examine me and know my heart. Test me. God, know my thoughts. See if there's any bad in me. Lead me in the way you set long ago. In other words, God, what am I thinking about? Is it right? Is it wrong? Can you take this from me? Take the thoughts. I don't want to think them anymore. I want to be calm. We capture every thought, 2 Corinthians 10:5, and make it give up and obey Christ. Stop the thoughts. Give it to Jesus. Give it to God. God, listen, I don't want to be thinking these thoughts. I don't want to be crazy. Can you help me? Either find a way to fix it or help me to relax about it. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. A lot of worries. And I can't fix everything. I can't make everybody happy at the same time. I can't clean the house, make the food, talk to the people. I can't do everything at the same time. Nobody can. And nobody's asking me to. So let's relax a little bit. And how do we do that? Acknowledge the thought and let it go. Acknowledge the thought and let it go. And just do what we can do. Listen, there's going to be some crazy stuff going on in your life. Always. Always going to be crazy stuff. There's always going to be somebody who needs you. There's always going to be the job that you have to do. There's always going to be somebody that you have to help. So, stop. Say, listen, I know that I have to make this food. Can you help me to find the calmness to be able to cook the food? I know that I have to take care of a parent or a child or a brother or a sister. Can you help me to relax and know what to do so that I can keep going? I know I have to make a video, and I don't know what to talk about. Can you give me the words? Give me the idea. You're asking for help. You're asking for help from God, but you also can ask for help from the people in your house or the people you work with. I had to do a lot of food this weekend, yesterday, and I made some shortcuts. And I think that it was okay because nobody knew I did the shortcuts. You don't have to be perfect. That's the main thing. That's what it's coming to. You don't have to be perfect. And so if you don't have to be perfect and you have let go of that perfection, then maybe the thoughts in your head will stop rolling around and around and around. Maybe because I don't have to be perfect and the pressure is off, I can be calm. Does Jesus get that we're not perfect? Romans 3:23. All people have sinned and are not good enough for God's glory. I am not alone in this. In my non-perfection, I am not alone. Everybody is like this. My mom used to say, she still does, I didn't know you were perfect. A little bit sarcastic. Mark 10:18. Jesus answered, why do you call me good? No one is good except God alone. Pressure is off. I do not have to be perfect. I do not have to do everything. I do not have to have these thoughts in my head. And Ecclesiastes 7:20. Surely there is not a good man on earth who always does good and never sins. We are all not perfect. We are all a little crazy. We are all overwhelmed. And if we are overwhelmed, then acknowledge the problem that we're having and relax about it and know that God's going to take care of this. Because of all of this, there is somebody who is perfect and can fix things and does fix things. God. And all we have to do is ask. And anybody can ask. You can ask. Can you help me through this? Help me to realize I'm not perfect, but also, can you please help me get this food done? Can you please help me know that my family's going to have a good holiday? And help me through the tough times, and help me through the thoughts that are going around and around and around in my head. So I don't have to worry so much. And if I do worry, can you forgive me? I know that I'm not perfect. So, it's going to be a couple of weeks of a little bit craziness. So, sit down for a minute, acknowledge the craziness and what's going on, try to come up with a plan, and then pray. Lord, can you help me through this? God, help me to be able to do what I'm supposed to do and relax about the stuff that doesn't need to happen. Look it up. Look up in the Bible. All right, so here's the deal. The deal is one holiday is over, so we can just let that one go. More are coming, but we'll get through them. The gifts don't have to be perfect. The food does not have to be perfect. The time together is what's important. And if you can't have time with some family members, then you call them or Zoom them or FaceTime them. You do what you can do and enjoy what you can. And if you get a little crazy, forgive yourself. You're not perfect. And apparently, nobody is except God. I love you. I miss you a lot. But we will be together soon. Take care.